you real love when you broke. But showing fake love when you rich. I think I rich in a bitch.
Hey yo, what up? I hope y'all good, man, niggas. Okay, I'm kidding. Hey yo, boys, I hope y'all good. You know what I'm saying. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about the strategy, but it's not gonna be like the whole strategy, né? But it's gonna be like it's like a little bit of the strategy, alright? You know what I'm saying. So let's get to it. So the strategy is called breakout and retest. You know what I'm saying. So it's really that easy. Like it's really easy. It's really easy. So let's start over here with the bullish market on how the strategy works, right? So in the last video we talked about the bullish market and the bearish market and the sideways market, but in this time we're gonna exclude the consolidation market, right? You're just gonna be doing the video on the bullish and the bearish, right? So if you check this out, last time we talked about the push to the upside or impulsive move, if you want to call it. Then we talked about pullbacks and then push to the upside, pullbacks and push to the upsides, right? But in this time we're going to be talking about two new concepts, right? So these two new concepts are called breakout and retest, which is what the strategy is based upon, and that's why the name is called breakout and retest, right? So you remember that we talked about when a market pushes up, which is an impulse move or push to the upside, and then it always has this pullback, right? Pullback to the support, and then since we are in a bullish market, support is greater than resistance, meaning that in a bullish market, a support will always give the market more power or momentum to break resistance. Support in a bullish market is greater than resistance. That's why support in a bullish market will always give the market or the price enough momentum to break the resistance. And we talked about in the last video that swap zone, it's when a zone acts as a resistance and a support at the same time, right? Which if you check over here, this area here acted as a resistance here. Price pulled back, got supported, and then it broke the resistance. The same price hit another resistance, got a pullback to the same resistance, but now it's acting as a support, right? So if you check here, price came here once and now it's coming here twice. The first touch on this zone is called a test. The second is called a retest. So while we work with this is that we wait for a breakout, then a retest, then we enter our trade, right? So if you see here, price pushed up, then pushed down, then pushed up again, and then we waited right here. When price was still here, let me do like this, so I don't confuse you. So price did this, and then we saw a breakout here. When price broke out here, we were hoping to get a retest to this zone right here, right? So we waited for price to come back to the zone to give us our retest. That's where we put this green and red thing, which is our long position, to do what? To ride price all the way to the upside until it broke the resistance again, right? So check this on the bearish. So in the last video we talked about the push to the downside and the pullback, push to the downside, pullback, right? So if you check here, same thing as right now, right? Price pushed to the downside. So we know that in a bearish market, a resistance is greater than support, meaning in a bearish market, the resistance will always give price or the market enough momentum to break the support. You get me? In a bearish market, resistance is greater than support, meaning that every time the market or price reaches a resistance, you know that it's going to break the support, right? Why? Because you're in a bearish market and resistance is greater than support. So resistance is always gonna give price or the market enough momentum to break the support. Great. So if you see here, price pushed down, and then we got to the price pushed down to the support, right? And then what did support do? Support supported it, and then it went up. But since you know that resistance is greater than support, the resistance pushed price down. It gave it enough momentum to break out of the support. That's where we get the breakout. And then it went to the other support, which then we got a pullback into the same support, right? The same support, but now the same support is now acting as a resistance. Then we get our retest, since we got our test here and then our retest. Remember, to have a retest, you need to have a test, meaning that we got the first test here, now we're retesting the same area. Then that's where we would look to go short. That's why we put this red and blue here to indicate that we are going short. right? And then we just ride price all the way to the downside. So that is like literally all there is to this. This is only the first video of the strategy. On the second video, I'm gonna be showing you this, but on the real market, right? So back, see you on the next video, guys.